say that I appreciate you having me on, and I think it's this kind of dialogue is so important. This conversation is so important because it helps us to remind other people and each other that the hallmark, I would say, and the genius of our constitutional design is not simply the division and allocation of powers across different branches and vertically between the federal government and the states, but also the very clear decision to delegate to the federal government only a very finite set, a very limited set of powers. And really, I think it's quite clear from the history that the Constitution would not have been ratified if the federal government had been understood to possess, what amounts to a general police power of the kind that it clearly exercises today, because everybody at the time, including particularly the anti-federalists who opposed the ratification of the Constitution, recognized the extraordinary risk and danger of a federal government that exercises, essentially plenary powers, just sort of going around looking and thinking what policy could be improved by government involvement. The answer is not many. And that's why the powers of the federal government were so severely constrained by the text of the Constitution. And I think, unfortunately, it's one of the greatest shortcomings, one of the greatest betrayals of the Constitution by the U.S. Supreme Court to effectively read those delegated powers limits out of the document and stand by and acquiesce as both branches, both the Congress and the executive branch, routinely exercise powers that not plausibly delegated to the Constitution and in violation of key constitutional structures, including separation of powers in the Appointments Clause.